calling all brands looking to dominate search rankings in 2025. And who isn't? Studio Hawk is Australia's largest dedicated SEO agency and are working with brands like Officeworks, City Beach, Age, Clarks, Petstock and New Balance, and they have an exclusive offer just for Add to Cart listeners. Sign up for an ongoing SEO campaign with Studio Hawk and receive the Content Boost package for free of charge. This is professionally written copy for 40 category pages, free of charge with an ongoing SEO campaign. If you want to rank and convert better in 2025, head on over to studiohawk.com.au, that's studiohawk.com.au, and mention Add to Cart when inquiring to claim this offer. Plus, receive a free SEO audit of your website. How good's that?
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's checkout features Anna Samkova, founder at Albany Advisory and a retail strategist who knows exactly what makes customers tick. From the unexpected way that she landed in consulting to the AI tools that she can't live without, Anna shares her must-haves and her biggest inspirations. Anna, welcome to the checkout. We've had a great conversation around everything that is customer-centric, from why the word loyalty might be the dirtiest word that you should not mention to executives, all the way through to the amazing experience that you had at Harvey Norman when you dropped your computer and what that taught you around customer experience from a large retailer perspective. But we're here to learn more about you. So I've got 5 quick questions for you. Number 1, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Foot presser. Have you heard of it?
What? No.
Tofu press. Yes, I know, because I thought that just pressing it for the towel is not good enough. So I just needed to buy that. I'm vegetarian, so I do eat a lot of tofu. So game changer. And you would never think of it, but a herb keeper to keep all the parsleys and rosemaries and mints fresh for weeks.
That is very smart and very practical.
I can't tell you how many of my friends, how many friends bought it. I can't tell you. It's just amazing. I love cooking, so anything that makes my life easier and seamless in the kitchen, I am in.
You did mention that about your sabbatical, that you got busy in the kitchen. What is your go-to dish? What are you famous for?
Oh, I've got Thermomix. So it's in overdrive all the time. So I just cook anything from slow cooking briskets to gnocchis. I do like making things from scratch. So I make ice creams, I bake all the time without knowing who's going to eat it. So when I go and see people, I just bring it with me just for the sake of it. But anyone who walks into this house at any point in time, they know that there will be plenty of different treats and snacks somehow in the fridge. So yes, that's my downtime.
You're going to get so many people reaching out after this podcast just to see for a random catch up, just to see if you're going to bring along special treats that you've been cooking.
Oh, trust me, I booked out until April with these casual catch-ups. So don't worry, people do put it in my calendar. And sticky date pudding, I make a very good sticky date pudding. So when you're around,
love it.
Let me know.
All right, will do. Number 2, which retailer has most inspired you recently?
I will give a shout out to Harvey Norman, definitely. Again, I'm sorry about this, but they're doing a great job consistently. Stacks, I love how they building the community around their experiential retail as well. I think they're doing an amazing job, and I was lucky enough to meet with the founders, and they are the loveliest people. So shout out to them. The Muscle Republic doing a great job. Wool was a massive turnaround after the relaunch last year. Very impressive. Bunnings with their sausage sizzles, although they don't have to do it because people will go to Bunnings anyway, but they still are creating this community-driven event. So I love that as well.
Look at that. You rattled them off so easily then. And that's what we discussed in the main episode around how important it is to call out those that are doing exceptional customer experiences. Number 3, name a piece of tech that you or your business couldn't live without.
It sounds cliche, but I will say AI, because without the AI, I would need another digital assistant for sure. I do a lot of research with using that. I summarize. I make lots of bookings using AI. So it's definitely streamlined the operations for me. And anything that will create that efficiency in my day-to-day operations that I'm in. So it's definitely AI. And I would say live streaming platform. So I use Restream, and that's been very helpful for us and very seamless as well. So it's well integrated with LinkedIn too.
Brilliant.
That's the latest.
I love it. I didn't get to ask you about AI and how retailers can use it to optimize the customer experience. And you touched on it, saying it can't be ignored, that you'll get left behind if you aren't experimenting with it. There's obviously a fine line there because you want your customer experience to be personal, because you want your customer experience to be personable and not feel like it's automated. Where do you feel retailers should start if they're looking towards AI to improve the customer experience?
Good question. Because, humans do need AI, so they don't need to be threatened by it because it's not like it's going to go away in a rush. It's the same, like iPhone's going to vanish. So we just need to embrace it. And I would say you would actually be surprised that there is a very high adoption of AI across businesses in Australia. I think the latest number I saw is 57%. So businesses use chatbots. They incorporate AI into their chatbots and live chats and virtual assistants as well. Banks do it very well too. And again, you're right, to the degree where there is a fine line, but I would say anything that is very time consuming and cumbersome, please incorporate AI.
Yeah.
Maybe the product descriptions would be a good start. You'd be amazed how many businesses still hire copywriters to do product descriptions.
Yeah.
Just build your AI agent for it and incorporate your tone of voice. It's not hard. Might take a few hours though.
We did a demo with Michael Tutek from Preezy, launching their new AI customer assistant.
Yes.
And they did an experiment where it's essentially, it looks like a chatbot, but you can ask it any questions around, hey, can you tell me some great dresses that might be good for hot summer days, whatever it is. And they used Blue Bungalow as their case study. But they did an experiment with this front-facing chatbot. On one of them, they labeled it as Ask the AI chatbot, and the other one was they gave it a name. So tried to make it into a human. When they labeled it as an AI chatbot, the use skyrocketed. So actually being upfront to go, yes, this is an AI experience, but it's self-service, you're in control, rather than trying to hide it as something else, can also be beneficial, right?
Yeah, 100%. I am familiar with the tool. I tested it on Blue Bungalow and Michael mentioned it to me months ago. So yes, very impressive. Again, this is just, we can't hide behind it. We need to adopt it where there is a space and time for it.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Number 4, Anna, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
I'm into Miles Robbins' latest book, Let Them.
Let Them.
Have you read it?
My wife's onto that as well.
Okay, then say no more. Then you're familiar with the concept? Yes, Let Them and Let Me.
Still hasn't let me do whatever I want.
It's timing, but he's very powerful because I'm actually shocked and surprised at the same time how many people, I thought it was just me that riddled with the imposter syndrome. Well, I used to, but many people are. I'm not going to post it. I'm not sure if anyone wants to read it. Who am I to say such and such? Just incorporate that concept of let them, and it will liberate you and those around you. So I think it's very powerful. Definitely recommend that book. And the podcast, I'm a big fan. We've discussed this during the break. I love your podcast. So that's the e-commerce university on steroids for sure. I like the Diary of a CEO as well. There are some very good podcasts and very thought-provoking on things that happens globally as well. So I like to dive into it once a week. So I highly recommend it.
Great recommendations. Thank you. And last question I've got for you, Anna. What is your biggest challenge today?
Scalability.
Do you want to scale, or are you happy being the individual consultant expert on all things customer experience?
It breaks my heart to say no more often these days than to say yes, because I know that I can help, but I just don't want to do a mediocre job by taking on more clients. I want to do a very good job. And I want to serve them at my best ability. So there is that many hours in a day I have. So That's, I know I can help, but unfortunately these days I do have to say no. And I started to incorporate freelancers by giving them opportunities and exposing them to different projects. So it depends on the project and the gaps within the project. So I do bring people on board to help me out.
It's a good problem to have, and it is no surprise at all that you're in high demand. So thank you for sharing everything that you have today, Anna, and thank you for sharing everything back on that main episode where we talked all things customer experience, from the questions that you should be asking to know whether you have the right data, all the way through to how to write surveys that actually give you insights on what customers are going to do. There was so much in there, but thank you for joining us on the checkout.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
To hear more from Anna, jump back into the main episode where Anna explains why most retailers are getting customer strategy wrong. She shares the biggest data mistakes that brands make and why loyalty is about more than just points and discounts.